this still you? I mean, you in your youngest age? If I can ask, like many of us, we dream of being something, but today you find out that whatever you have dreamed about, you are not living the life you dreamed about. Let me say, maybe you wanted to be a dancer, and then now on you find yourself that you are not in that industry of dancing. Wow, it's so it's so frustrating, eh? Because the educational system taught us how to be and how to do, and also the community, the society taught us the things that we must focus on, because at that time it was valuable and very important. But now there is very large population in the numbers. Like if we say many jobs now, many jobs, why people are not getting jobs? That is the question. For example, why people are not getting jobs? Because there is many population, there is too much demand in that area of a job. That's why now you find that people, they have qualification but they are still staying at home. They have qualification but they don't find job. That is the sum of the reason. But I think creativity, just remind yourself while you were a young boy. Remind yourself while you were a young boy, what are the things you want to fulfill? What are the dreams? I believe that creativity is the most powerful thing. Creativity is the most powerful thing, because when you are creative, that means you are creating something that is not there. That means you are starting something that is not there. And when you are starting something that is not there, there is many chances for you to win in that area. For example, I will give example. When a phone was established, it was only for calls. It was not a touch screen. It didn't have a camera. But people, those who invented phone, they invented by the purpose of calling one another. But someone else come with an idea that how about we do a touch phone? How about we do a camera phone? You see, step by step. And then the other came again. How about we put apps of which they will help people to connect. For example, like WhatsApp. For example, like Facebook. For example, like Instagram. You see, and each and every of those social app that we have today, you can name it X, you can name it. You must know where you are, and then you must master how it works. I was just giving example, but I'm here to those people who invented phone. Was the purpose of what? Was the purpose of calling, reaching one another as far as they are. That was the creativity. But now it's so big. It's a big thing. The creativity, the other one come with the one, other one solution, other one this, other one this. So I think when one creates something, maybe you wanted to be to help people, to help people in a different way. Helping people is providing service or product. Providing service or product. So what I'm trying to say that remember yourself. When you were young, you are at younger stage like primary. That's where your creativity comes. But because of you are at school, you ignore. So respectful because of I'm the one of those. You totally ignore the dream. You ignore the voice. Have you ever heard that voice saying do this, but you can't because of I don't know if someone relate to this, but what I'm saying is truly true. Because of sometimes we ignore the voice of God telling us what to do, showing us the ways, but because we like to follow what is already there. We follow what. Have you ever heard this thing of we step where our fore and grandmother have stepped? We do the same as us. We do that. But I want to give someone a advice that remember the creativity you have, remember the insight you, and it's very difficult when the community have changed you, when the community have fixed you, because if community go this path and then you go that path, you are different. You know, as you can see that in today's life, like yes, education, they say education is important, but some of people, many of them, they'll tell you that education is not important. Why? You get educated and then you don't find a job. While there is someone who's not is uneducated but is living like a educated person because he can afford life. What is the matter of education then? To get information for what and for who? Why I can't just live my dream and the dream that will benefit me emotionally, physically, financially? Why I can't just focus on what it benefit me and I'm happy? But because when you start going to school, your creativity, your spirituality, they separate it. Because what you are reading in there, that book, will it help you? That's the question. It will help you. So it's really difficult to find yourself if you have been fixed by community, if you have been fixed by society, by the culture that we are living in today. So I just want to say, find yourself. And when you find yourself, you find your soul, you find your spirit, you find your journey. And totally speaking, to find yourself is not an easy thing because you watch TV, you go to social media, you watch like each and every person is influenced by the environment you are living in. You influenced by the environment you are living in. So let us find ourselves. Let us find ourselves.